Huh. Well, this is interesting. Can't tell you whether it's good or bad, so, you know, that's automatically not a good thing, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, which is now. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 a.m. Blah, 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 the guy that talks about PS Vita on YouTube. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. So, guys, after the whole newest firmware update fiasco that happened to us, what's it been now, like a week or so? I don't even know. Dang, almost 2 weeks, how time flies. Anyway, ever since then, we've gotten some new information regarding Sony's future plans with their content that kind of coincides with what I was saying back on that video. And yeah, as the title is kind of alluding to, I still am on the fence of whether or not this is even a good or bad thing. I'm sure you'll no doubt take that as a sign of good things to come. Here's what the article had to say, and it comes from the official PlayStation blog website. All new PlayStation Plus game lineup: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Demon's Souls, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, NBA 2K22, and more join the service. Oh, look at that, no PS Vita titles as of yet, but I guess we already assumed that. It's almost here. Our new PlayStation Plus service is launching soon, and we are pleased to share with you an early look at some of the games that will be included during the launch time frame, which I already covered in a previous video, by the way, which I will have linked down below if I actually remember to do so this time. I'm bad with that. There will be 3 benefit plans to choose from, all with exciting games to play. Here's a look at the games to come. Please note that titles may vary by local market, and some titles may not be available to stream until after launch, but they will be available to download and play. Now, as for this section of the article, as I mentioned, I already talked about this service that they're launching, so I won't bore you with those details again. Besides, those technically don't have anything to do with the PS Vita, but what I want to read is more about its legacy platform ideas. But for any of you who are interested in all of this upcoming goodness, I will have, of course, the link in the video description below. But here's the meat and potatoes that I want to focus on: classic games catalog. And usually when it comes to classic games and Sony, that's oftentimes not a good mix, but in this case, it might be. Maybe. Here's what it had to say. PlayStation Plus Premium/Deluxe Plan, because we've gotten a new update for that. PlayStation Plus Premium/Deluxe Plan members will have a selection of popular classic games to play, with some titles that will show improved frame rates and higher quality resolution compared to their original launch version. For select original PlayStation and PSP classic games, members will also enjoy a new user interface with menus that will allow you to save your game at any time, or even rewind the game if you want to do a do-over. Adding some nice bells and whistles there now, Sony. Okay, so this next part of the article, this is what kind of excites me / worries me at the same time, if that makes any sense, and I know it doesn't. Also, players who have previously purchased the digital version of select games from the original PlayStation and PSP generations will not have to make a separate purchase or sign up to PlayStation Plus to play these titles on the PS4 or PS5. Yeah, you guys heard that right. This is kind of a surprising move from Sony. In an era where all these big gaming corporations want you to rebuy the same older titles like 15 plus times, Sony is taking a much different route. And yeah, if you already have bought these classic PlayStation 1 or PSP games on your PS Vita, for instance, you'll be able to keep them indefinitely and basically just re-download them on the PS4 or PS5. I don't know, that sounds a bit too awesome to me, Sony. Just what are you up to? So let's continue here. When these titles are released for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, players can head to the PlayStation Store and download a version for the console at no extra cost if they already own the digital version of the title. And I know many of you out there have many of these classics that you purchase from the PlayStation Store on your PS Vitas right now currently. So this is great news, but let's keep going. Some of the titles will also be available for individual purchase. Additionally, some remastered classics from previous console generations will be added to the PlayStation Store Plus Premium/Deluxe Plan. Below is an early look at the selection of games that will be available. And for anyone curious about said list, here is that list of what they have so far. And the words humble are the first thing that come to mind, but hey, it's a work in progress, so gotta give them some leeway for that. Okay, so if we just look at this at face value, heck, this is pretty awesome. We're not gonna have to rebuy any of the classic games we have purchased on the PS Vita store when it comes to the PlayStation 1 or PSP. I mean, where can we go wrong with a decision like that, right? Well, some people have been bringing up the more worrisome part of this decision that Sony has made. You see, while it is great that we're going to be able to play our PS1 and PSP games on the PS4 and PS5 without having to rebuy them, it also makes you wonder just why Sony is doing this in the first place. One, it could be because of all the backlash that they received. Psst, i.e., that's what we're all hoping is the reason. Or two, it could be because maybe they are in fact planning to shut down the PS Vita and PS3 stores sometime this year or maybe beginning of next, and this is just one of the first stepping stones to doing that. They might be thinking to themselves, hey, we'll let you download all of those classic games that you bought on your PS Vita on other consoles, so hey, you don't even need your PS Vita or PS3 to play them on anymore, right? Psst, i.e., that's the decision we're hoping is not the case. Now, I still am holding out hope that the newest firmware update means that Sony has somewhat tiny bit of interest still in the PS Vita and PS3. Mostly the PS Vita because, you know, this is a PS Vita channel. We're still holding out hope for the PS3 too. Although even with that, you could argue that the whole reason they're adding this supposed extra security on these platforms is because they are planning to get rid of the stores eventually sometime soon, and this is just a way for us to still be able to log into our accounts and re-download those games on those platforms. And in the long run, I guess that's something if that really is where they're going with this. But again, everything that I'm talking about here is just pure speculation, and I guess overall you can say that this decision is both good and bad depending on the way you look at things. That seems to be a common situation with Sony now, doesn't it? And speaking of looking at things, how are you looking at this whole situation? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Are you kind of split in the middle like me and are kind of on the fence of how to feel about this? Regardless of how you feel though, leave me your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section where we can have a nice friendly chat about it. Or be at each other's throats, whichever comes first. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous supporters who help make this content possible, so a big thank you goes out to Buzz Sayin, Hector Gonzalez, Franz Hartle, Chris Foxhound, Rizal Pliskin, Kayonko, Aridri, 1488 Dental, Burzin Mystery, No Good, Azumara, Juan M. Hermosillo, Lacerated 87, Nintendo Switch at 2 a.m., Eric DeWitt, Tasha Monty, Donut Valley, Ricardo Martinez, Mazgus, PSP Guru, Dr. Super Artie, Matt Hargett, Jamie, Sabin Fire, Airkick 72, Makis Blob, Randy Azadich, B Mystery, Zacrito, Matt Fox, Ellen Iwazu, Reiko Star, Shin Snake, Murashi, Milk Sama, Meshuga 360, Bushin Ryu Cat, Berserker Games, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gutter Drums, Adam Sondi, Claimer Malarkey, Saul Ramirez, Hemdall Imbert, PS Vita S, VG Legends, Kyle Brooks, Richard Cruz, Jared Haddo, JR, Joseph Shavak, Kevin Enright, Silica, Jelle, Heston Joseph, Per Sterner, H-Hitter, Crazy Cat, Adam Thury, Wendy K, Michael O'Connor, Rodrigo Vera, Sculpture Tugel TCG, and David Ray. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and gaining access to a number of perks, including having your name featured on the end credits of these videos, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. I also have some affiliate links from both Amazon and PlayAsia for anyone who is interested in purchasing something from them. Basically, the way it works is so long as you use one of those links to just access their website, then anything you purchase afterwards, a small commission will go to help support this content at no extra cost to you, the consumer. I also have channel merchandise available, and of course, as always, likes and shares can help equally as much. So, the future of the PS Vita and PS3. So not saying that I don't trust Sony here, but I don't trust Sony here.